Good morning, traders. Welcome to this video on the euro dollar and pound dollar. My name is Chris from Elite Currency. And before we take a look at the markets, be aware of our tools and strategy part where we have some interesting tools like, for instance, Wiz Pro that you can buy. But there are also some good free tools as, for instance, ECS Start. All of that through this link, or you can go to Services and click on Tools and Strategies. All right, let's take a look at the markets. All right, euro dollar is slowly but surely moving higher as prices keeping bouncing at the 21 EMA. So the 20 EMA now up, acting as support, and price is moving back from the 20 EMA up to the 144 EMA. So this is a retracement. And as price is moving away from the 20 EMA, I think that the situation is changing a little bit, and we might see a full retracement to the 144 EMA. I didn't expect that. Personally, I thought that the 20 EMA would hold as resistance, but it doesn't seem so. Price is pushing through 108.25, 108.50, and it's keeping its head up. It's keeping its head above. The price is above the 20 EMA, now fully angled to the upside with the HMA above it, and the price above it, and fractals above it. So I think when the market probably bounced here, the second time at the 20 EMA, that was the critical moment that the breakout is probably not likely to happen. So I think that the downtrend is still in play. And I think a downtrend continuation will still happen unless really price breaks through 109.50 at the 38.2 fib and 110, the 50 fib. So if there's very, very strong bullish momentum pushing through those levels, well then things are certainly looking different. And in that case, well then it's certainly not the bearish wave 3 that I thought it was, okay? So then I would consider my analysis incorrect and invalidated if there's strong bullish momentum pushing through these levels. That could happen because I did say that on weekly charts there were many false breaks to the downside. Let's quickly take a look. There were many false breaks in like 7, well not false breaks, but breakouts, lower lows that didn't go anywhere before we got a bullish retracement. And yeah, I thought that this one could be different. Let's see. I thought that this price could break through the 78 and fall further. So I'm still think that that's the main analysis. But if it pushes through 109.50, 110, then we might get another of these bigger bullish pullbacks, in fact, like we had 7 times before in the last 2 years, and the euro dollar remains tricky from that point of view. But for the moment, I think with the HMA so steep and so many daily candles like this going down, that this is probably wave 3 for the moment, and prices going back to the 20 EMA on the daily chart, in my view, that is still very likely to act as resistance. So I still think that the wave 3-4 pattern is the most likely scenario, and I still expect price to bounce here at 109, 109.25. But of course, looking for daily candles to make a fractal here or show some bearish pressure so that the bounce and continuation lower is more confirmed, that would help. On a 4-hour chart, that's a daily chart. 4-hour chart, we're looking for price to hit, bounce here to 23 or to 38. Or the 144 EMA, and basically turn, make a flag, and then break the 20 EMA. The break the 20 EMA is a very important process for downside, okay? One more thing on the daily chart, by the way. If it does move lower, 107.50, 107.25 would be the next target zone, but also we can think about the 22.36 fib here at 105.50 zone, and if it goes beyond that, then maybe all the way down to 103.30. All right, I know that's far, but that's potential. Targets, all right? So 1-hour chart, last but not least. Let's pull this up so you can see it a bit more. So you can see on the hourly chart already that we had a bounce here at the 144 EMA on the hourly chart, ABC down, and what I was looking for on the hourly chart was actually this break followed by a flag. And the reason why I wanted the flag there was because of the fact that it might use the 144 EMA as a bounce. And if it shows a flag, then a breakout lower was likely, and price was probably going to push through this trend line as well. But we didn't get it. We didn't get the flag. We actually got a bounce at 144 EMA and the support. And that was definitely possible too, of course, considering the fact that this is already kind of in a channel up. And we got a slight higher high here at 108.70, I guess. No, 108.90, excuse me. So price is now again bouncing at the 21 EMA, and it could be a small trade here to the upside, but with the target of 109 or 109.25, there's really not much space in my view on lower time frames. All right, pound USD. Now we said that this was strong momentum, and price did bounce at the 50 fib, and that it was likely to stay within the range here until Wednesday. Okay, so not breaking the bottom, not breaking this top, and probably making a dip down, and then a bounce up within this head and shoulders pattern. Left shoulder here, head, and right shoulder moving up to the previous top was probably the most likely scenario. So both things happened. Price stayed in the range, and we got indeed the zigzag pattern like that, bouncing off the 50 fib. So we got a higher high, but a higher high that really didn't go that far. It went to 130.20, didn't even go to 130.50 or 131, which were, I think, the targets I mentioned on Monday. So it did move up, not as much as I thought, but still, it is above the 20-day again. And overall, it's kind of messy, the pound USD, to be honest, at this moment. Let's take a look at the daily chart. Here you can see that the moving averages are still aligned to the downside, but price is just unable to push above the resistance of the 20 EMA zone. It's been using it as a bouncing spot lower. And we have everything aligned to the upside, but we have also lower lows and lower highs. But the lower lows are just very, very, they don't go anywhere. Like, they just break a few pips, basically, and go up again. So it's almost like a falling wedge, I guess. Tricky situation. Bullish price action at this moment is visible, though, at this moment, as you can see. So maybe if it breaks the 21 now, it could be different, but it remains a tricky situation. Let's take a look at the 4-hour chart. There we go. And at this moment, with the 21, with the fractal and the price above the 20 and the HMA above the 20 I'm leaning, and even breaking above the 144 EMA, I'm leaning towards the fact that this is a pullback, and that price will bounce at the 20 EMA and continue actually higher towards these targets here. I think main target could be the WIS6 at 131.25, where there's also that trend line coming in. And if we put a fib from here to here, let's see. It's also the minus 100 target. All right, so we could see a move into 129.60 maybe, or maybe bounce right now. I don't know. Let's take a look at the hourly chart, and then head up towards these targets, basically like that. Move up, flag, and then push through to the trend line. Now here, I really don't know. Let's see. I either wait for price to make a pattern, either a bull flag or a strong move down. You know, if it's a bull flag, more upside is likely. If it's a strong move down, then probably a continuation of this falling wedge pattern is likely. It's 50-50. I'd rather wait for the market to give me info on that. Let's take a look at the hourly chart. All right. There we go. Price hitting the minus 272 target here of this swing, as you can see. But quite bullish momentum, and we had a good break pullback and continuation here. This is looking like a bull flag to me, so I think that indeed this might be the bouncing spot already. If price breaks above 130, that could be the breakout, 130/130.08, and that could be the breakout towards 130.62, and then all the way maybe up to 131.25. All right, so flag, break of that flag. There could be a break on the flag and a smaller flag on a 5 or 15-minute chart, and then a continuation higher. That's what I'm expecting for the moment for the pound, unless it breaks below the 144 EMA on the 1-hour chart. That could change the perspective, and it wouldn't be as bullish anymore. But otherwise, I think a uptrend continuation likely, or I don't know if it's an uptrend, but a bullish continuation likely on the pound dollar. All right, that's it for now. Thanks for joining, and wish you all great trading and a great day. Cheers. Bye-bye.